Welcome to ebsmauritius.com. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with future updates. ebsmauritius.com allows you to raise invoices and send them to MRA to fiscalize. You do this by first creating an invoice, edit it if you wish, then post it to MRA. Please note that once the invoice is posted to MRA, it cannot be modified in any way. To create an invoice, click on the Invoices menu at the top of the screen, then click New Invoice. This will open the New Invoice screen. Select the required seller and buyer for this invoice. These sellers and buyers will come from the ones that were created or imported into ebsmauritius.com as described in our previous videos. Please note that the seller and buyer must be active to appear on this drop-down as indicated in the previous training videos. Select the invoice currency, then enter the description, VAT type, unit price, discounts if any, and quantity of each item of the invoice. Note that the discount amount is deducted from the unit price for each item and not on the overall invoice amount. You will also notice that this screen does not have the invoice date or invoice number, as they will be generated when this invoice is posted to MRA. ebsmauritius.com also calculates VAT, if any, line item totals, and total amount due. Once you are happy with the invoice details, click Save to save the new invoice or Cancel to return to the home screen. At this point, the invoice has been saved to ebsmauritius.com but is still pending as it has not yet been posted to MRA. Because of this, you can still edit the invoice by clicking on the Edit button to the right of the corresponding invoice. This screen can also be reached from the home page by going to the Invoices menu, then clicking Pending Invoices. Let's go ahead and edit the invoice we have just created by clicking on the corresponding Edit button. After clicking this button, an Edit Invoice screen is opened, which is the same as the Create Invoice screen. Here, any details can be edited as required. Once you are happy with editing the invoice details, click Save to save the new invoice or Cancel if you do not want to make any changes to this invoice. Next, let us post an invoice to MRA. To do this, click the MRA button to the right of the invoice which you wish to post. ebsmauritius.com will show that the invoice has been posted successfully. You will notice that we are on the same Pending Invoices screen. This is by design in case you want to post multiple invoices without having to navigate back to this screen. At the bottom right corner, you can click the Done button to return to the home screen. To view invoices posted to MRA, click on the Invoices menu above, then click Posted Invoices. This will take you to the Posted Invoices screen. Here, you will be presented with all invoices sent to MRA. An invoice number and date has been automatically allocated. The status field to the right of each invoice contains one red tick that shows you that the invoice is being processed by MRA and has not yet been fiscalized. If MRA system is unreachable, you may still issue invoices provided that you will then eventually send the fiscalized invoice when it is processed. To download the invoice, press the Print Invoice button that corresponds to the invoice PDF you wish to download. You will notice that this particular one has no QR code because it has not yet been fiscalized. It, however, has an invoice number and invoice date and is therefore valid. Please note that if an invoice has a red tick, you do not need to perform any action. ebsmauritius.com will keep connecting and checking with the MRA system to ensure your invoice has been fiscalized. This generally is an instant operation in perfect conditions. If we refresh the screen, we see that the one with a single tick has now turned blue, with a double tick indicated it has been processed by MRA. If we then click the Print Invoice button for this invoice, you will notice that it has the MRA-issued QR code and is therefore fiscalized by MRA. We would like to emphasize that once an invoice has been sent to MRA, it cannot be modified. So please ensure the details are correct before clicking on the MRA button. You now have your final fiscalized invoice in PDF format. ebsmauritius.com also has a bulk upload feature if you would like to upload invoices from other systems, or prefer to enter several invoices using Excel and upload at once. To access this feature, click on the Invoice menu item, then click Upload Bulk Invoices. This will open the Upload Bulk Invoices screen. To access the template to be filled, click the green Download Template button. This template shows what each column should contain, and shows the mandatory columns marked in yellow. Let's go through the fields from the left. Column A to E should contain the seller's details as per the registration documents. Column D should contain the letters VATR if the seller is VAT registered or NVTR if the seller is not VAT registered. If the seller is already in ebsmauritius.com, you will only need to fill column B, which is the seller's BRN, otherwise you will need to fill from A to E, which will create a new seller on ebsmauritius.com. Column F to J should contain the buyer's details as shown. Similar to the seller, if the buyer is already in ebsmauritius.com, you only need to fill in the buyer's BRN, otherwise a new buyer will be created with the details provided. Column H should contain the letters VATR if the buyer is VAT registered, NVTR if the buyer is not VAT registered, or EXMP if the buyer is VAT exempted. Column K to O should contain the invoice line item details, which are item description, item VAT type, unit price, discount and quantity. Column L, VAT type, should be TC01 for VATable items, TC02 for VAT0 items, and TC03 for VAT exempted items. If the invoice has other line items, these columns should be repeated to the right for each line item of the specific invoice. For example, for a second line item, the second item should start from column P, and so on. If you would like to see an example file, click on the green Download Example button. Once you have completed filling in the Excel sheet, click on the Choose File to select the Excel sheet. Ensure Excel is closed before uploading. When uploaded, all the invoices will be placed in the Pending Invoices screen so you can edit them, then post them to MRA if you are okay with the details. To bypass the pending screen and post the invoices to MRA immediately upon upload, tick the Post Immediately option before clicking OK. This is not recommended as bulk imported invoices usually contain errors and once posted cannot be modified. Once the OK button is clicked, if there are missing or incorrect information, ebsmauritius.com will show you which row and column you need to correct. Sometimes it may be easier to upload in smaller batches if you seem to be getting many errors at once. If the Excel is OK, all the invoices will be uploaded into ebsmauritius.com. You will find them in the Pending Invoices screen where you can correct any final errors and post to MRA, or posted invoices if you selected the immediate posting option when uploading. If you have any questions, please contact our support at help@ebsmauritius.com. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with any new important information. Thank you for watching.